Look, the OnePlus 13 is an extraordinary phone, and using it for 6 months now, we are halfway past like its life cycle in a way. And what I mean by that is the successor is probably going to come out within the next 6 months, probably like December of 2025 or January of 2026. Even though it's going to be supported for years to come, I'm just talking about the successor coming in the next 6 months. That's not a reason to wait for it though, but I wanted to point it out there. But this is it's such a good phone. I'll put it that way. It's such a good phone that now when people ask me, hey, what phone would you recommend? This is up there at the top of my list, or one of the phones that I would recommend. Others being like Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and Pixel 9 Pro and whatnot. But this has been super good and I've enjoyed it. And I have a lot to say about this phone because of the experience I've had with it. And I want to start things off with design. Now this specific color, it's a silicone polymer back, but I love how they went with blue, and I think it goes really well with this silver camera cutout lining as well as the aluminum side railings, which, you know, I kind of wish it was flattened out, maybe like the OnePlus 13S in a way, but it's not. But I still like how they have this right here, the alert slider, which the 13S did get rid of, and I guess the OnePlus 15 is going to get rid of it. But I hope in the future, you know, with OnePlus 15, at least that button is mappable to different apps. Like you can use it as an alert slider too, but it's kind of sad that they're getting rid of it. I really like it, and I wish more manufacturers kept an alert slider. It's just super easy. Just with one swipe or one push, you get a vibrate, you get the silent, and then the ring option. So it's really great, and you see that little dynamic island-esque notification right there. With that's because of Oxygen OS. But nonetheless, this design has been awesome. It's IP69 dust and water resistant, and this display is phenomenal. One of my favorite parts about the OnePlus 13, it's got a very, very slight curve to it. And I guess rumors are indicating its successor is going to have a flat display, but this is still really good, even though it's a very, very slight curve. It doesn't get in the way of like with accidental touches, so there's no need to worry about that, at least in my use case. I really do like it, and it still makes the phone feel really futuristic, although OnePlus 7 Pro was top tier of feeling futuristic because of not having this front-facing camera. It was with a mechanism, so you just switch to front-facing camera, and it had a mechanical camera that retracted up and down, and it was an extra hardware piece, but I really liked it. It gave that full screen effect. Anyway, since you interact with this display so much, you want to have a great display. It's a 6.82-inch 120Hz AMOLED display, supports Dolby Vision, HDR10+, HDR Vivid, max peak brightness. It goes way up there, like if you really push it, 4,500 nits of peak brightness. So both, when you're out in daylight, when you're in the house, whatever it may be, indoors, it still performs really great. And I want to see how dim it gets. Fairly dim, so here it is, like you can even see my camera right there. And also, by the way, this right here is the Sony a7 Mark III, and I want to upgrade at some point in the future to a different camera, like an actual upgrade. So let me know in the comments down below what camera I should upgrade, both like for videography, for like cinematic videography, but also for kind of vlogging and using on the go. I'm looking at the Sony ZV-E one, but let me know. Anyway, moving on from there, that's how bright it gets. So it does get pretty bright. Let's bring the brightness down because it is kind of messing up with everything around going on video right now. But overall, like, it's really, really clean. Absolutely love it. I do still wish the side frames were a matte finish. They're not, so that's just a downside. But many people are going to be rocking a case. I mean, I do rock a case right here. This one is from Fiberborn, and it has MagSafe, so I do appreciate it. And it's clean, minimal. It does cover up the phone itself, and I picked this specific color because I like how it looks. So that is unfortunate, but you gotta protect your phone sometimes. My phone still has like the pre-installed screen protector, and I haven't really dropped it. I don't plan on dropping it either, so I haven't really gotten any scratches or anything, dings or problems with the display either. So the screen protector has held up fairly well, but it definitely is a unique and clean aesthetic design. I really do like. But let's move on to the performance. And look, with OnePlus devices, I've been using OnePlus essentially since the OnePlus One. I got everyone in my family before to get onto OnePlus, and actually I was the last person to get onto the OnePlus, I guess, bandwagon in a way. But started with the OnePlus One, then got the OnePlus 3T, then the OnePlus 5, and then I was finally the last person to get the OnePlus 7 Pro, and I've used OnePlus devices since then personally. But I have tried out their phones as well, and all of those devices with the performance has been sweet. Especially with the OnePlus 13, you're getting 16 gigs of RAM, half a terabyte of storage, and 6 years of software updates. And with that, it means 4 years of OS and 6 years of security. And 4 years of software updates is still really good. And it's not 7 years, but 4 years is still plenty of time. And I think that 4 years down the road, this phone is still going to perform very well. Now, on a day basis, like when you're using it throughout the day, how does it perform? Now you see most of the apps here that I'm using, from YouTube to like the camera right here with Google Chrome, emailing, YouTube Studio, music and whatnot. And then from the next page, we got my collector app, which I get to track all of my Pokemon collection, how much they're worth, their value. Sometimes I subtract and sometimes I gain, add products to the collection and whatnot. I use it for social media, obviously. Call of Duty and Clash of Clans are our two main games I play here. I also do play Pokemon TCG Pocket as well as Pokemon Go. So those are other games that I do play. And it's been awesome. I've had no hiccups, no issues, pretty much with every single phone. Like, the only phones in the past 6 months that I've really had any software problems has been, honestly, with the iPhone with iOS. And that was to be expected, I guess, because hasn't been doing hasn't been doing the best in the past year. But anyway, with this performance, I don't think you'll have any issues with it. And with Oxygen OS, you do get a little bit more customization. I really do like it. Now, it's Oxygen OS nowadays. It's not my favorite custom OEM skin, but it's decent at best. I wish it had more of like a stock Android look and feel. It doesn't, but that's okay, I guess. Like, you get used to it over time, but coming from previous OnePlus devices, I kind of do miss it. However, like, it's buttery smooth, and that's what I look for. Can a phone for me perform, like, open all the apps without, stuttering, without, kind of hiccuping and waiting a couple seconds, because here's the thing, like, I'll open Google Chrome here on my OnePlus 13, and then I'll put a side next to it like a Samsung Galaxy A36, for example. Yeah, they're both gonna open it, but this is gonna open it much faster, and it may take like a second or two longer, but in the end, it adds up. It really does add up, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to load a website or whatever it may be. So it's great to have a flagship device in the end. And obviously the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset is a powerful chip. And look, I don't talk about like geek benchmark scores or numbers or anything like that. So if you want to find, those numbers, you're not going to find it here on the channel. You got to look elsewhere. But all I have to say is, past 6 months, it's been great. Hasn't let me down. And I think it's going to perform very well in the next 4 years. So its future is looking pretty bright in the software and the performance department. How have the cameras held up in the past 6 months? Look, they are great. And coming from OnePlus, I've used OnePlus device for a long time now. This is really good. Very good. I think they actually put in a great amount of effort into the camera department. It's a triple 50 megapixel camera setup with a wide OIS, 50 megapixel periscope telephoto with 3x optical zoom, as well as OIS, and then a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and the results are really good. For a OnePlus device, they actually did a phenomenal job. So definitely keep it up, OnePlus. Keep improving in the camera department, because look, people who are picking up these flagship devices are caring more about their camera. Like, if you were to pick up a phone that's like $200, I don't think camera is going to be the main priority. But if anyone's paying $800, $900, $1,000 and more for a phone, they're going to want to have a good camera. And OnePlus did not disappoint, at least in my use case. Again, it comes down to preference. When you see the photos and the videos, it comes down to preference whether you really like it or not. I really do. So I can definitely recommend this to others and have them try it out. as well. And also, if this is your phone in your pocket right now and you're looking to make content, then it's a great phone to do so. I started making content with my LG G3, and it's been, I've been moving on since then. And I actually still use my devices to film, record video, and take photos and share that online as well on my social media platforms. And I'm also, not just on YouTube, but I'm on TikTok and I'm on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Threads and Instagram. So definitely be sure to check those platforms out as well. Some are exclusive to some, TikTok. Sometimes I make different videos that are just on TikTok. So definitely be sure to check it out. Links will be in the description down below as always. Let's come to the battery life in the past 6 months. Have I seen any battery degradation? No, I have not. In fact, I've been getting superb battery life with a 6,000 milliamp hour battery. Easily lasts me all day. I can go to sleep with about 45-50% of battery life, wake up and continue to use it towards until noontime. Then I need to charge it. And even then, 80 watts of wired charging and 50 watts of wireless charging. Granted, with the wireless charging, you need to have the dedicated charging accessory for that, the charging stand. But still, nonetheless, 50 watt wireless charging, faster than Samsung's 45 watt wired charging, faster than Pixel's wired charging, than the iPhone's wired charging. So yeah, if you do regular wireless charging, it's definitely not going to be 50 watts. But even then, 80 watts of wired charging, here's the thing, let's say I don't have time to charge it during the day. I'll wake up in the morning, put this on charge for 25-30 minutes, 100%. That's it. I'm all set to go. I don't need to charge this at night. Easily getting 7 hours plus of screen on time. Still 6 months later. And the technology with this 6,000 milliamp hour battery, a lot of more companies need to use this. If they do, then they'll be able to stack in a larger battery capacity in a fairly similar sized phone. Imagine Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra having 7,000 milliamp hour battery. And I think, OnePlus is pushing it with their future devices having larger battery capacities in the same form factor because of this new battery tech. So I can't wait for next year and for years to come and see how well the battery continues to perform. But overall, if battery is a huge concern for you, you won't go wrong. You won't have any issues with the OnePlus 13. Now here's what I have to say about the pricing. Because it's been out for 6 months now, the retail price $899 for, at least for the 512 gig model, which is the one I do have. But here's the thing, you can always find this phone on sale. And if you find this phone on sale, that's when you should definitely pick it up. Yeah, you can still pick it up, and I still think it's worth it for its retail price. But if you can find this on sale, it's even a better deal. And we're at that point where these devices that came out in the first half of 2025 are so often going to go on sale that it's worth picking up. I don't think we should have our eyes set on the successors that are coming out in late 2025, early 2026, because we're still about half a year until those devices come out. Here's the thing, what I have to say about them. Look, the best smartphone or the best flagship OnePlus currently has to offer is the OnePlus 13. Until the 15, that's what rumors are indicating, it's going to be called the 15, but until the successor comes out, the best one that they have to offer is the OnePlus 13. And that goes for other devices, other companies as well. So, put it this way. You wait until OnePlus 15, the OnePlus 15, whatever, the successor comes out, I'm going to wait until next year, and then the 16 comes out. Okay, once the OnePlus 16 comes out, I'll wait until the 17 and, the 18 and 19, and then what's going to happen? Just pick up whatever is out on the market. Obviously, you don't want to pick it up right when the successor is coming out, 2-3 weeks before, but if you still have 5, 6, 4, even 3 months left, then why not? If you find a really good deal, then why not? Because phones are getting so good, I don't think we need to have the latest and greatest. If you pick this up, even when the successor comes out, you'll still have a really great phone. But just to wrap things up 6 months later, honestly, I think OnePlus has nailed it in pretty much every single department with the software. Great and buttery smooth software and fast performance, great camera results, both in photos and videos, superb battery life. What else? You can't really go wrong. Those are it pretty much check marks a lot of the things that I look for in a smartphone. For me, it's having buttery smooth performance and battery life, great battery life. That's like the two main things I like to have in a smartphone. But obviously, I also care about the design, and I really do like this. Like, I actually went out and picked this specific color. I could have went for like the black and the other colors as well, but I went with this one, obviously, because I like the color. I like the color blue, and this one is awesome. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Should you pick this up? Yes. If you did enjoy this video, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot and will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my wallpaper packs. This one right here is called Color Blast. I'll be leaving links in the description down below. It goes a really long way in helping out the channel out a lot. And also my Amazon affiliate links of my products that I use are also linked in the description down below, and my Notion templates too that I use for my YouTube business. Like, for example, I have right here like my production planner, my video planner that I am using for YouTube, as well as my other social media planning templates, my finance tracker and all that stuff. Project management templates are also linked in the description down below. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys probably soon, sometime with the OnePlus 13.